tell you, if you're playing for the orange, brown, and white, you've got to be excited. Of course, not only is it senior night, the senior football players are playing their last game here at Boston Field, but also, again, as we said, the Buckeyes in the driver's seat for a three-peat as TVC Ohio Division champions.
And that's exactly where we want to be. You know, you set those high goals at the beginning of the year. You shoot for your playoffs, you shoot for your league title, and and right now, the playoffs are not out of reach. I mean, we can still get there. We got to win these next 2 games, but right now, the Buckeyes are concentrating on the Belpre Golden Eagles right now.
And it seems like the Buckeyes usually have trouble with the Eagles, no matter how up the Buckeyes are and down the Eagles are, but maybe that trend was broken last year. The Buckeyes defeated Belpre down at Belpre 28-0. And
the Eagles, I'll tell you something that they're going to bring to the table tonight is a lot of speed. Something that I don't want to say we haven't seen, but they're not a big team, and they're just going to have a lot of key positions, specialty positions where they just got a lot of speed, trying to get the ball in those players' hands almost as much as possible.
Bear Lewis will be kicking the ball off. Belpre, of course, will be receiving tonight's opening kickoff. Right now, it is not raining here at Boston Field, but of course, it's been a wet Friday. A lot of rain last night and today.
And I believe 4 out of the 5 games this year at Boston Field, we've had some sort of a cloudy, rainy night, and hopefully the rain will hold off. Field is just a little wet, but right now it looks just perfect football weather.
Bear Lewis approaches and he kicks it away. A low liner taken at the 15 by the Eagles. Crosses the 25, dives out to the 30, the return man for Belpre.
On that tackle for the Buckeyes, and I couldn't get that the runner on that, but it was Brad Richards on the tackle.
Josh Sizemore was the return man for Belpre. So the Golden Eagles with the ball first. Dustin Adams, very quick at quarterback. Man in motion, that's, I believe, Alex Early. He takes the pitch to this side, and a nice tackle by Nelsonville York, a short gain of a couple. It brings up 2nd down and 8.
And if the Buckeyes can remember back a couple years ago at Belpre, I believe it's Alex's older brother just had a great day, and I think that might have been the last time they had beat the Buckeyes. And he brings the same thing, nice size, and he's got a lot of quickness.
Alex Early had 53 yards on 9 carries against Vinton County last week. Belpre 2nd down and 8 out of the I formation. Hand off to this side, some running room for Early, and he'll take it out to the 38-yard line. He'll be just shy of a Belpre first down. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 1.
David Jolly in on that tackle for the Buckeyes. And the Eagles had at the beginning of the year played really strong. I think they were actually going into the TVC with, I believe, like a 4-2 record.
Dustin Adams over center quarterback. Belpre out of the eye on 3rd and 1. Man in motion. And a handoff to the first man through, and he's got the first down. A pickup of about 3 for Belpre.
That's Mike Wadaker on the carry for the Buckeyes, or I'm sorry, for the Eagles.
They'll spot it at the 43 of Belpre, where they'll have a first down and 10. Golden Eagles out of the I formation. Early in motion. Handoff and not much there. Gain of 1, maybe 2 for Belpre. Running back crosses the 45 to the 46. And it looks like that was Wadaker once again.
Yeah, Wadaker on the carry. It looked like Trevor Polley, I believe, on the tackle. And Zach Talbot.
Mike Wadaker, 6', 205-pound sophomore. Belpre now 2nd down and 8 on their own 46-yard line. 3 wide receivers split out on the left side. Early in motion, he'll take the pitch to the left side, and nice play by Jay Edwards for the loss. Back to the 40.
You can definitely tell the Buckeyes practiced that this week in practice, because I'll tell you, you can see Jay, as soon as early went in motion, Jay was starting to the line of scrimmage, and tell you, what nice, and you know, once you hit the line that hard, it's hard for them linemen to keep their heads up to see that linebacker coming.
That'll bring up 3rd down now and 14 for Belpre, back on their own 40. 9:28 to play in the first quarter. This is the initial drive of the game. Early coming in motion to this side. Now a flag comes in, and we've got a legal procedure on Belpre. That'll make it 3rd and 19. Back at the 35.
I tell you, we've seen the back judge call the motion penalty, but I was kind of interested to see what this side judge here was calling, because he looked like he was getting ready to call Bear Lewis for being offsides, and they didn't communicate, and the head judge took the call.
Belpre 3rd down and 19 from their own 35-yard line. Golden Eagles out of the shotgun. Dustin Adams at quarterback, takes a snap, fakes a handoff, looking to throw, being rushed, and he's going to be sacked.
I think Adam Barber was there first for the Buckeyes, and tell you what a nice pass rush that time the defensive line had.
Sacked all the way back to the 28-yard line. Loss of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down and about 26 now for Belpre. They will punt it away.
I tell you, that time Belpre ran both receivers long, and I tell you, when you got a big rush like the Buckeyes had, you don't have time to throw it.
Watson gets away the punt, coming towards Jay Edwards, and he'll let it drop and roll, and Belpre will down it at the Buckeye 31-yard line, where Nelsonville York will have their first possession of the evening. Jay Edwards, of course, the quarterback for Nelsonville York. He's thrown for over 660 yards and 5 touchdowns. He's rushed for over 350 yards and 8 touchdowns. David Jolly with 800 yards rushing on the season and 8 touchdowns. Bear Lewis, 468 yards and 7 touchdowns. So let's see if the Buckeye offense could get it rolling here on their first set of downs. Buckeyes back on their own 32. The Buckeyes hand it off straight up the middle, and not a whole lot there.
Yeah, I believe Josh Hodson was the ball carrier, and look, I believe Mike Wadaker again was on the tackle, and T formation that time for the Buckeyes, and you could see by looking at the Belpre defense, they're going to load up that front box with eight defenders.
2-yard gain for the Buckeyes out to the 34. It's 2nd down and 8. Buckeyes going out of the I formation. Jay Edwards at quarterback, hands it off on the right side to David Jolly, I believe. Actually, the running back for the Buckeyes, number 32.
Yeah, that is David Jolly. He's wearing his dad's number, and he took a pop right in the shoulder again, or in that elbow.
So it's 3rd down now and about 3 for the Buckeyes on their own 39-yard line. Buckeyes 3rd and 3 from their own 39. Option coming to this side. Edwards keeps it himself. Edwards trying to get to the corner, and Edwards has the first down for Nelsonville York as he gets it out to the 44, a gain of 5.
Another formation with a different look for the option. That time they came with the wing, the T formation, and on the tackle was Tim Randolph. And nice speed there from that linebacker position to catch Jay.
So Buckeyes 1st down and 10 on their own 44, 6:48 to play in the first quarter, no score. Jay Edwards takes a snap, hands it off. Bear Lewis this side, running room for Bear, and he'll take it into Belpre territory to the 44.
Nice 13-yard gain there for Bear. A little misdirection in that backfield. We call that a crossbuck, and trying to get them linebackers, which got great speed going one way, come back with Bear to the backside, and looked like he was brought down in the backfield down there by number 40, Josh Sizemore.
Buckeyes 1st and 10 at the Golden Eagle 44-yard line. Buckeyes out of the I formation with the receiver split out on each side. Handoff on the right side. David Jolly shoots through the hole and takes it to the 38-yard line, a gain of about 6.
And Wadaker and once again it'd be Randolph again on the tackle, and one backside trap again for the Buckeyes that time. And tell you what, David was able to get through that line pretty quick. Nice job by that pulling guard.
So Buckeyes 2nd down and 4 at the Belpre 38. Out of the T formation. Jay Edwards at quarterback, takes a snap, hands it off to this side. Running room for the Buckeye running back. Not sure if that was David Jolly. I believe it was, down to the Belpre 30.
Hey, Randolph on the tackle, and I tell you, it's nice to see we've got another little misdirection play there. When you're playing a team like the Eagles, I tell you, they got so much speed at that linebacker spot that they're going to flow with that first step that Jay's taken, and just a good play right there by the Buckeyes.
Buckeyes 1st and 10 at the 30 of Belpre. 5.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Out of the T formation. Fake handoff. Edwards keeps it himself, gets a block, and Edwards takes it to the 26-yard line, maybe the 27, a gain of 3.
I believe that's Kyle. I'm not real sure about that last name. Weigel maybe on the tackle that time. And I tell you, there's plays that you can set up out of that tee. When your running backs are running good like that, the line's blocking well, you can fake that handoff. And I tell you, Jace had a lot of success this year running that little bootleg.
2nd down and 6 for the Buckeyes at the 26 of Belpre. Edwards takes a snap, hands it off to Bear Lewis. And running room on the left side, takes it down to the 20-yard line, a gain of about 6 yards. Let's see if he's got enough for the first down.
Weigel on the tackle again for the Eagles.
And it looks like we're going to have a measurement.
We have an official's time now for a measurement.
Of course, next week the Buckeyes will travel to Albany to take on the Alexander Spartans, and Belpre will return home to play Meigs. And it is a first down for the Buckeyes at the 20 of Belpre. Buckeyes going out of the power I on 1st and 10 from the Eagle 20-yard line. Edwards keeps it himself after the fake to Bear Lewis, and he'll dive down to around the 16-yard line, a gain of 4.
You could hear the crowd making the noise when Bear got hit, because a lot of people thought he had the ball, because he was hit in there initially by number 53, which I do not have a name for.
Buckeyes 2nd down and 6 at the 16 of Belpre. Jay Edwards takes a snap, hands it off to Bear Lewis on the left side. Bear, strong running, takes it down to about the 13, a gain of 3. For the Buckeyes, will have a 3rd and 3. 3:48 to play in the opening quarter. No score. The Buckeyes with their first drive of the game.
Ashton Packard playing that defensive back position as a freshman, coming up and making a tackle on Bear Lewis.
Of course, the Buckeyes in 4-down territory. They're now facing 3rd and 3 at the 13 of Belpre. Out of the power I formation. Handoff goes to Bear Lewis, and Bear Lewis looks to have the first down. The Eagles driving back, but it looks like he's got the first down at the 10. And it is 1st and goal to go for the Buckeyes at the Belpre 10-yard line.
So Randolph on the tackle for the Eagles. And
Buckeyes break the huddle. And they will go out of the I formation on 1st and goal from the Belpre 10. Jay Edwards takes a snap, pitches out to Jolly this side. Jolly takes it inside the 10, and it looks like he gets it inside the 5 to about the 4. Run out of bounds by the Eagles.
I believe 45 on the pursuit that time, knocking Jolly out of bounds. And tell you, that's just one of our bread and butter plays right there, loading up on that left side and with pitch 18 that time. And I tell you, nice lead blocking there by Bear to pick up that lead defender first. And I tell you, Jolly did a nice job of trying to find a hole and pick up some positive yards.
Buckeyes second and goal from the Belpre 4 out of the power I formation. The Buckeyes hand off to Jolly, and he's in for the, pardon me, I believe that's Josh Hodgson in for the touchdown.
Yeah, Hodgson playing a little bit of fullback now with Bear, especially when they go to that T backfield, and Bear and Jolly at the wing and tailback.
They know I'm easily confused anyway, but Hodgson, of course, wears 23, and now tonight Jolly wearing 32. Buckeyes on the board first, trying the extra point. Jay Edwards puts it up, and it is no good. I believe it was off to the left. 2:55 to play in the first quarter. Buckeyes 6 and the Eagles nothing. Bear Lewis will kick it away for Nelsonville York. Josh Sizemore and Dustin Adams back deep to receive the kick for Belpre. Bear Lewis with a little squib kick up the field. And it'll be picked up by Adams back at the 16-yard line. Now he's trying to come this way, and the Buckeyes all over Dustin Adams right around the 24.
Hey, Zach Talbert, what he did, he broke off Adams' route, and he had to turn back, and then tell you that Cody McLean and Richards was able to step in there and make that big tackle.
So Belpre with their second possession of the night, and it'll start on their own 24-yard line. Again, Dustin Adams at quarterback. Man in motion, Sizemore. Adams hands it off to this side too early, and he's going to go down. He saw some Buckeyes coming, and he tried to put on the brakes, but slips and goes down for a yard loss back to the 23.
So Jolly in there staying at his state home. Tell you one thing you'll see about with the Eagles, they'll run a lot of little misdirection plays. They pulled both linemen from that backside that time, and trying to get early behind those big guys up front. And I'll tell you, Jolly did a good job of staying home and reading that play.
So Belpre second and 11 on their own 23-yard line. Dustin Adams over center at quarterback as Early goes in motion. Hand off to the other side on a little counter, and the running back will get it back to the original line of scrimmage, where it'll bring up 3rd down and 10. That was Tim Randolph on the carry.
And Adam Barber that time on the tackle that time for the Buckeyes. And like you said, very similar play to what they just ran. Trying to catch the Buckeyes over pursuing right now, and tell you this, they've must have worked real hard and listened up at practice. I'll tell you, you need to stay home on a lot of that, and I tell you, they did a good job that time.
1:42 to play in the first quarter. 6-0 Buckeyes. Belpre 3rd and 10 on their own 24. Out of the I formation, Adams throws a quick pass, and it's overthrown. The intended receiver was Josh Sizemore, and Belpre will have to punt it on 4th and 10.
Hey, it looked like Norway out there on the on coverage for the Buckeyes, and
David Jolly and Jay Edwards back deep to receive the Belpre punt. Nate Watson, the punter for the Golden Eagles, receives the snap, gets it away, and David Jolly comes up and takes it on the run. Jolly still trying to get to the outside. David Jolly, the 45, the 40, gets a block. David Jolly, Dustin Adams is the last possible man, and he does push him out right around the 20-yard line.
Hey, we had some nice blocks too. People coming back trying to pick up at that what we call decleater block, and nice job by David to get back to the other side of the field where they were trying to set up that wall for him.
I'm not sure. There may be a flag down across the way. And the penalty is on the Buckeyes. 1:17 to play here in the first quarter. 6-0 Nelsonville York.
I tell you, that's one of them things when you do try to set up that wall, your running back's coming backside, and hey, it's sometimes if you don't get that helmet on the inside of that guy, I tell you, they will throw that flag.
So the Buckeyes will now start on their own 38-yard line. Blocking the back on Nelsonville York. So the Buckeyes' first possession resulted in a touchdown. Buckeyes now with their second possession on their own 38-yard line. Buckeyes out of the power I. Jay Edwards over center at quarterback, takes a snap, play action. Edwards back to pass. And he's going to throw long towards Smeltzer, and he tries to pull it down, but it's incomplete at the Belpre 30.
Hey, he's covered by Randolph, but I think Joey just kind of thought Jay was going to pull that down and try to get some yardage out of it, and I think he slowed down just a little bit. Then Jay pulled up and tried to hit him on the run. They had a nice executed play that time by the Buckeyes. That's Edwards' first attempt passing on the night.
And even though it fell incomplete, again, you loosen up the defense a little bit because they're getting a little close to the line of scrimmage with all 11 people.
Yeah, you know, they're dropping 3 back, and they're putting everyone else right up in the box. And
second down and 10 for the Buckeyes. Draw play goes to David Jolly, trying to bust out of there, and when he's tackled, he's knocked forward. The ball's on the ground, a fumble. I believe the Buckeyes got it back, but let's wait for the official to make the call. And the Buckeyes did get it back. It's going to be third down. And the Buckeyes will have a third down and about 5 situation.
Steve Young on the recovered fumble for the Buckeyes.
Buckeyes with it on their own 44-yard line. Clock running at 33 seconds to play in the first quarter. Buckeyes third down and 5.
Third and 5 from their own 44-yard line for the Nelsonville York Buckeyes.
Bear Lewis at fullback, David Jolly at tailback. The Buckeyes with the receiver split out on each side. Smeltzer to this side, Hodgson to the other side. Slant to Joey Smeltzer, but it falls incomplete, just slightly behind him.
Yeah, Joe just running that quick slant right now. The Eagles, they're giving our defensive backs, and he's being guarded there by Sizemore. He's giving him almost 8 yards. So nice call that time by the Buckeye coaching staff to try to go for that quick slant and just slightly thrown behind Smeltzer.
So Buckeyes 4th and 5 on their own 44 will punt it away. David Jolly in punt formation. Nice snap. Jolly gets it away. And Dustin Adams drops it, now picks it up. Adams running on the far side. Dustin Adams with a lot of speed, still going. And Dustin Adams is going to take it all the way for the Belpre touchdown, and there's no flags.
And I tell you, that Belpre did just what the Buckeyes did the last time too. They set that wall up on the far side, and with Adams' speed, I tell you, he was able to get to that corner, and tell you, they were waiting right there for him.
About a 70-yard punt return, and how often do you see it when a guy juggles the ball for just a second or two, and then it seems like a lot of times they break it out of there.
Hey, the last couple weeks, the Buckeye special teams has really been solid, and I tell you, it's really the first big punt return we've had on us, I believe, maybe all year. And
Kyle Weigel will attempt the extra point to give Belpre the lead. That was the final play of the first quarter, by the way. That 70-yard punt return for a touchdown by Dustin Adams. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So at the end of the first quarter, Belpre leads Nelsonville York 7-6. So Belpre will kick off to begin the second quarter of play. Approaching the kick. And the Buckeyes will take it right around the 7-yard line. I believe it's Jay Edwards. He's coming to this side, and he's taken down at the 23.
Tell you, that was a nice open field tackle by Ryan Yates, which is a freshman there on the special teams for the Golden Eagles.
So the Buckeyes trailing by 1 point as we begin the second quarter of play. Ball spotted at the Buckeye 24, where it's first down and 10. Buckeyes with the receiver split out on each side, going out of the I formation. Edwards takes the snap, hands it off. Bear Lewis with some running room, and he'll bust it out across the 35 to the 36 for a Buckeye first down.
Tell you, Nate Watson on a tackle that time, and once again, just a nice quick hitter. And I tell you, when we've ran the ball tonight, I tell you, the Eagles have really had a hard time stopping the run.
So Buckeyes on their own 35, first down and 10, out of the I formation once again. Edwards takes the snap. This time it's Jolly with a nice hole. Jolly carrying a defender with him and finally taken down at the 42, a gain of 7.
Hey, Wadaker again on the tackle, and I tell you, he's had a good night from that linebacker spot so far early in this game.
Second down and 3 for the Buckeyes on their own 42. Jarek Dexter at center over the ball for the Buckeyes. Once again, Nelsonville York out of the I formation. Jay Edwards takes the snap, hands it off to Jolly, and he's hit in the Buckeye backfield back at the 40.
Hey, Alex Early was back there as soon as David got the ball from Edwards, and I tell you, they added a little stun up front. And I tell you, when you get that, and those linebackers are playing right on the line of scrimmage, so it's really hard to pick those guys up when they stunt.
So Buckeyes now 3rd and 6 after the loss, back on their own 40. 10.5 minutes to play in the first half. Belpre leading 7-6. Buckeyes out of the I formation. Jay Edwards at quarterback, takes a snap, option on the left side, pitch out to Jolly, trying to cut it up, and Belpre read it well. They're all over it for no gain.
Tell you, and Nate Watson on the tackle at time, and you know, this is what Belpre's wanting right now. I tell you, after that first drive, they've really stepped it up on defense, and you know, 3 and out again for the Buckeyes.
So the Buckeyes forced to punt it away on 4th down and about 6 from their own 40. Dustin Adams once again back deep. Of course, he returned the last one for a touchdown for the Eagles. Jolly punts it away. Nice punt as Adams backs up, takes it at about the 16. Adams trying to get away. And it looked like there might have been a clip on the far side. I don't see a flag, however, but the Buckeyes get Adams down.
I tell you, Adam Barber on the tackle that time for the Buckeyes, and once again, the Eagles trying to set up that backside wall and almost had it.
So Belpre will start on their own 23-yard line, leading 7-6 with 9:29 to play in the first half. Of course, the Buckeyes' last loss in league play was way back in the 2002 season, and it was to the Belpre Golden Eagles. Belpre 1st and 10 on their own 23. Dustin Adams out of the shotgun, takes a snap. Now he'll run and hand it off actually to this side on a little counter, and not much there. Actually might be a yard loss.
Yeah, Jay Edwards on the tackle and trying to pick up that ball carrier at time, and I believe it was Brian Walker on that little inside counter.
Eagles 2nd down and about 11. Back on their own 22-yard line. Alex Early at tailback for Belpre. Dustin Adams over center at quarterback on 2nd and 11. Early takes a handoff on the right side, and the Buckeyes right there.
Hey, and he's still going. I know Edwards hit him back in the backfield, and I tell you, he fought through that tackle, and I think he picked up almost an additional 2 yards after the hit.
He picks up 3 total. Out to the 25, where it'll bring up 3rd down and 8 for Belpre. 8.5 minutes to play in the first half.
Third and 8 from their own 25-yard line to go deep.
Now we have an official timeout. Belpre 3rd down and 8. On their own 25-yard line. Dustin Adams over center at quarterback. Drops back to pass throws, but the whistles blow to stop play.
And they might call the Buckeyes for offsides on that play. It looked like we were coming up on the blitz play. And
it's a legal procedure on Belpre.
Once again, I'm wrong.
So the 5-yard penalty will bring up 3rd and 13 now for the Eagles. Back on their own 20-yard line.
2 penalties tonight so far on the Eagles for 10 yards.
Belpre leading by 1 with 8:15 to play in the first half. Dustin Adams will go out of the shotgun on 3rd and 13 from the Belpre 20. And the ball's on the ground, picked up by Adams, throws, and it's incomplete.
Ball intended for Randolph. He's covered there by Jolly, and looked like Randolph run more of a fly down the field, and Adams thinking maybe a post pattern across the middle of the field. Just falls incomplete.
So Belpre will punt on 4th and 13 from their own 20.
Tell you, the Buckeyes really should come out with some outstanding field position for their next possession.
I believe it's Nate Watson punting for Belpre. High snap, pulls it down, gets the kick away. Short kick, takes a Belpre roll. Buckeyes knock it down. It's David Jolly. He's coming to this side. Nice block for David Jolly. And Jolly still going, breaks the tackle. Jolly at the 40 of Belpre, the 35, but David Jolly. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds right at the 1-yard line.
I tell you, Adams down there, and I tell you, that's what he don't want to do. He made a nice tackle, but you don't get back in someone's face and start talking like that. I mean, tell you, it's a nice job for him not to give up on it, but tell you what, a couple outstanding blocks we had. I tell you, Barry Lewis just came back and hit Alex early into yesterday.
So the Buckeyes 1st and goal at the 1. What a return by David Jolly. Nice, as you said, special team blocking. The Buckeyes with several outstanding blocks. David Jolly broke 2 or 3 tackles and takes it to the 1-yard line. Buckeyes will go out of the power I. Nelsonville York trying to get the lead back. 1st and goal at the Belpre 1. Edwards with the snap, hands off to Jolly, and he's hitting the backfield, and that's going to be a loss.
Yeah, once again, they were blitzing up through that A gap. I'll tell you, Dodd, it looked like Ross Dodd, I believe, on the tackle at time.
Second down and goal. The Buckeyes at the 2 after the 1-yard loss. Buckeyes will go out of the power I. Hand off to Bear Lewis, and he's in for the Buckeye touchdown.
Hey, nice blocking up front. You can see that hole open up real quick. I tell you, Bear just took 1 step and was in the end zone.
Let's see if the Buckeyes will go for 2 after the first missed extra point. Right now leading 12-7. It looks like the Buckeyes will attempt the extra point, but of course down at Wellston we saw the fake on the extra point, and the Buckeyes converted it. Gene Hartman holding, and it is the fake. Edwards rolling, throws, and it is caught for the 2-point conversion. David Jolly pulls it in.
And Adam Wagner sit back there deep in the end zone, and Dustin Adams was sitting there. I mean, it looked like he almost knew it was going to happen. And hey, nice job by David to jump up and bring that ball in.
6:57 to play in the first half. Buckeyes 14, Eagles 7. Josh Harvey back deep for Belpre to receive the kick, along with Josh Sizemore. Of course, Bear Lewis will kick it away for the Buckeyes. Lewis with the approach and the kick, a low liner up the field. Knocked down by an up man. Picked up by Sizemore. Crosses the 25. Sizemore still going. Crosses the 50. And Sizemore breaks away. And he's going to take it the distance on the kickoff.
Tell you, 2 special teams plays for the Eagles tonight.
Some missed tackling by the Buckeyes, and
tell you right now, the Belpre Golden Eagles have less than 15 yards of total offense, and they are still in this football game.
The Eagles will attempt the extra point to tie this up. 6:43 to play in the first half. So the Golden Eagles with a punt return for a touchdown and now a kickoff return for a touchdown. And again, Kyle Weigel will attempt the extra point. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 6:43 to play in the first half, and Belpre has tied this back up quickly. We're tied at 14. Belpre will kick it away. Short kickoff. And it's fumbled. Picked up by Bear Lewis. And he'll be taken down at the 28. And the ball's loose once again, but he was down. So the Buckeyes flirting with disaster a little bit there. Bear Lewis picks it up on a hop. 6:36 to play in the first half. We're tied at 14. The Buckeyes on their own 28, 1st and 10. Buckeyes will go out of the I formation. Bear Lewis at fullback, David Jolly at tailback. Jay Edwards over center at quarterback. Hands it off to Bear Lewis straight up the middle. Bear fighting for yardage, takes it out to the 32 on a gain of 4.
And Wadaker on the tackle for the Eagles. And tell you right now, you look at that Belpre front line. They are just all right up on the line. I mean, they are just yards from that football.
From their own 32-yard line to the Buckeyes.
Buckeyes 2nd down and 6 from their own 32. Out of the I formation. A lot of men up around the line of scrimmage for Belpre. Hand off to Jolly. Jolly will get it to the 35, and that'll be it on a gain of 3. The Buckeyes will have a 3rd down and 3 situation. 5:45 to play in the first half. We're tied at 14, and obviously Belpre has to feel good about things. As you said, 20 yards of offense, and they've got 14 points on the board on 2 special teams play.
And the Buckeye offense, I tell you, and the defense have really played good. We just had 2 special teams lapses in which they've capitalized on.
Pitch out to Jolly. Jolly crosses the 40 and knocked out of bounds at the 47. Nice gain, a Buckeye 1st down after a 11-yard gain by David Jolly.
And once again, the Buckeyes going back to the pitch, and tell you that might be something that that the coaching staff might have to let Jay do, is when he walks up to that line and he sees that both linebackers sitting in there on the blitz, is to maybe audible out of that, try to run that option or the pitch outside.
Buckeyes on their own 47, 1st down and 10. Receivers split out on each side. The Buckeyes once again out of the I formation. Jay Edwards back to pass, and it's knocked down at the line of scrimmage by Sizemore.
I tell you, and he really went up to bring that down. They was trying to run a little out pattern that time to Joey Smeltzer, and one of the reasons we're running that out pattern right now is Belpre is playing us a good 8 yards off the line of scrimmage, and is going to give us that short pass, and you almost have to take advantage of it.
2nd down and 10 for the Buckeyes on their own 47. 5:19 to play in the first half. We're tied at 14. Edwards takes the snap, hands it off to Jolly on the left side, and he gets it out close to midfield, just short of the 50-yard line.
Hey, Buckeyes running that little misdirection there at time, and he's brought down in there by Dodd.
Gain of about 3, where the Buckeyes now will face 3rd and 7 on their own 49. Buckeyes will go out of the shotgun. Two wide receivers split out on each side. 3rd and 7. Edwards back to pass. Throws on the left side. And nice catch by David Jolly. Pulls it in and a little bit low on the pass, and he reaches down and gets it.
Yeah, and you said it right. I tell you what, boy, he had to go down to make that great catch.
And there were some Belpre Golden Eagles converging on Jay Edwards as he released the football. But the Buckeyes get the first down. They're at the Belpre 42. 4:36 to play in the first half. We're tied at 14. The Buckeyes will go out of the power I. Handoff goes to David Jolly, and he gets it to the 40 of Belpre, a gain of 2.
And he runs right into Randolph.
Joe Smeltzer jogs in with the Buckeye play. Buckeyes facing 2nd and 8 at the Eagle 40-yard line. 4:15 to play in the second quarter. Buckeyes 14, Eagles 14. Buckeyes will go out of the shotgun. 3 wide receivers split out to this side, 1 to the far side. Edwards will run it, coming around to this side of the field, crosses the 40, the 35, and dives down, and a flag comes in. Looks like it'll be a illegal block on the Buckeyes.
I tell you, a designed run that time for the Buckeyes, and they're going to call a hold, I believe, on the Buckeyes.
Holding on Nelsonville York.
That's first penalty tonight on the Buckeyes, and
penalty marked off, and it'll back the Buckeyes up to the Belpre 46-yard line. Buckeyes will get second down over. It's second down and about 15. Out of the shotgun, Jay Edwards. 2 wide receivers split out to each side. Bear Lewis in the Buckeye backfield to block. Edwards back to pass. Throws over the middle. He's got Smeltzer, and it is picked off by Belpre. Running on the far side, and the Buckeyes make the tackle. I believe Bear Lewis made the tackle for Nelsonville York.
And we got 3 flags down. I think they're going to call a push in the back on Belpre after the interception. And
Josh Harvey on the interception, and we do have a block in the back on Belpre. 3.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. We're tied at 14. So Belpre will have the football. But again, after the interception, blocking the back on the Eagles.
Tell you, it looked like they were looking at Smeltzer going across the field, and then the defender actually came off of David Jolly, and David was just wide open down the field. And
looked like Smeltzer might have been looking to run before he actually pulled that pass in. Belpre has it on their own 30-yard line. Handoff straight up the middle. Not much there for Wadiker.
And he's brought down in there by Adam Barber.
Second down and 10 for the Eagles on their own 30-yard line. 3:18 remaining in the first half. Clock is running.
Hey, the Buckeye defense has really played well tonight.
Belpre out of the power I. Handoff goes to the right side. Some running room for Alex Early. And he's hit and taken down at the Belpre 44, but a nice gain of about 14 yards.
Yeah, I tell you, he gets knocked in there too by Norway.
And Early limping back to the Belpre huddle. Hopefully he'll be okay.
And that's the biggest gain on the night for the Belpre Golden Eagles. That's their second first down.
And now we have an official timeout. Actually, Belpre calls the timeout. 2:43 to play in the second quarter. Nelsonville York 14 and Belpre 14. Belpre first down and 10 from their own 44-yard line. Early in motion. Handoff straight up the middle to Wadiker. And he'll take it out to the 47-yard line. He'll gain about 3. Actually, a gain of 4 on the play for the Eagles.
I believe Zach Talbert on that tackle at time for the Buckeyes.
2:24 to play here in the first half. We're tied at 14. Out of the I formation, the Eagles on 2nd down and 6. Early in motion. Handoff once again to Wadiker on the right side, and he's going to pick up about 4, maybe 5, and it's going to be 3rd down and 1 for the Eagles.
Tell you right now, that right side of that Belpre line is really pushing our line off the ball.
1:50 to play in the first half. 3rd and 1 for the Eagles at the Buckeye 48. Belpre going out of the power I formation. Dustin Adams over center at quarterback, takes a snap, hands it off, and Early's hit and dropped, and I don't think he got it. I think he's just shy of it.
Tell you, it's going to be real close, and he was hit in there by, it looked like first by Zach Talbert.
It looks like he is short. We may have a measurement, but it looks like he is just shy of the first down. 1:27 to play in the first half.
Looks like Carl Sarver also in on that tackle at time for the Buckeyes.
And some rain falling here at Boston Field. Some light rain. Just inches short. Belpre will have a 4th down situation right around the Buckeye 47.
I'm sure we'll see Adams right here, probably with the quarterback sneak, or Wadiker, or with the quick dive.
Belpre out of the power I. Dustin Adams at quarterback. They need inches on 4th down at the Buckeye 47.
Long count this time for the Eagles.
Might just be, no, they're going to hand it off to Early. And Early has got the first down to the Buckeye 45 as he gains 2.
Tell you, I'm not saying I'm surprised. It looked like they were going to for a second to see if we could draw the Buckeyes off sides, and then they gave it to Early, but they gave it to him 4 yards or 3 yards deep into the backfield. I thought for sure we'd see the fullback with the quick hitter at time.
Minute 5 seconds to play in the first half. We're tied at 14. Belpre first down and 10 at the Buckeye 45. Out of the shotgun, Dustin Adams, and he's going to be taken down back in Belpre territory at the 48. Belpre hurrying up. Clock running at 45 seconds remaining here in the first half. It's 2nd down and about 18. Adams out of the shotgun, looking to pass. Throws, and it is incomplete at the Buckeye 40. Clock stopped with the incompletion at 34 seconds remaining.
Gene Hartman on the coverage over there against Walker, and the ball just slightly overthrown that time by Adams, which does stop the clock. Not only in our favor, also gives us a chance to possibly run, get a good return here. If we can stop them on 3rd down, they will punt the ball to us. And last time David Jolly had a great return.
3rd and 18 for the Eagles. Back on their own 48 out of the shotgun. Dustin Adams takes the snap, rolling to the right. Buckeyes after him, he throws, and it is caught down at the Buckeye 40, which will be about 6 yards shy of a first down. And let's see if Belpre will go for it with 27 seconds to play here in the first half. 4th down and about 6 at the Buckeye 40.
Tell you, Harvey on the reception that time from Adams for about 10 yards.
Receiver knocked out of bounds. Of course, the clock is stopped at 27 seconds. We're tied at 14. And it looks like Belpre will go for it. They need to get to the Buckeye 34-yard line for a first down. They're at the Buckeye 40 right now. 4th down and 6. Adams throws on this side, and it's caught by Sizemore for the first down at the Buckeye 32.
Yeah, about an 8-yard gain that time. Norway on the coverage. A just nice ball that time by Adams.
Belpre hurrying up. Of course, the clock stopped with the movement of the chains on the first down, and now we have a timeout called by Belpre. 22 seconds to play in the first half. We're tied at 14. Belpre out of the shotgun, 22 seconds to play here in the first half. They're at the Buckeye 32. Adams rolling to the right side, looking to throw, and he does so, and it is caught by Harvey. And he's taken down at the Buckeye 12-yard line with 12 seconds to play.
Tell you what a tackle by Gene Hartman. That's a touchdown-saving tackle right there. And I guess that was Edwards on the tackle.
We saw Kyle Weigel, the kicker for Belpre, and he showed a good leg during warm-ups. So Belpre may be able to try a field goal if they can't get it in. They got 12 seconds left to work with here in the first half. The Buckeyes call a timeout. We're tied at 14. I said the Buckeyes called that last timeout. It was Belpre that called that last timeout. The Golden Eagles 1st and 10 at the Buckeye 12 with 12 seconds to play. Dustin Adams out of the shotgun. Takes a snap, throws towards the end zone on this side. Good position by the Buckeyes, and it's knocked away incomplete.
Hey, just a nice fade route there. I believe that was Harvey just trying to out-jump Jay Edwards that time. Ball thrown right to the corner of the end zone. Edwards had perfect coverage that time. Was able to get his head turned and knock the ball away.
Josh Harvey last week had 3 catches for 30 yards against Vinton County. 6.7 seconds to play here in the first half. And Belpre's going to try the field goal. Kyle Weigel will attempt the field goal. It'll be about a 28-yarder. Belpre looking for the lead. And the kick is blocked by the Buckeyes. Golden Eagles jump on the ball, and
it is
Nelsonville York will have it back on their own 3-yard line, I believe. Of course, there's no time left. And I guess that was Alex Early. Alex Early was the one who kicked that field goal for Belpre. But the Buckeyes get the block. Nice play. I believe they said it was Gene Hartman on that block for the Buckeyes, and Hartman made a couple nice plays on that last drive by Belpre on a touchdown-saving tackle and then blocking the field goal. At halftime here at Boston Field, Belpre 14, Nelsonville York 14.
After last week's 11th annual Buckeye Classic, where York, prior to the Buckeyes, missed going to state by 1 point. The band decided to compete one more time. They'll travel to Fort Bragg tomorrow morning to compete, then travel to Circleville to march in the Circleville Pumpkin Show Parade. Tonight's show is a competition show, which they'll perform tomorrow. The show is titled Our 70s Show and includes the following songs: Vehicle, How Deep Is Your Love, Skittles, and 25 or 6 to 4. songs with a favorite song of the band, Long Train Running!
Buckeyes will be getting the ball first to begin the second half of play. We're tied at 14. The approach and the kick. And Jay Edwards will take it back right around the 5-yard line, coming up straight up the middle of the field. Jay Edwards will take it across the 30 to about the 32.
He's brought down in there by number 28, and that's one of the Belpre, I guess, I'm sorry, that is Ashton Packard with the tackle. And some first half stats real quick for the Buckeyes on the ground. David Jolly, 13 carries, 45 yards. Barry Lewis, 7 carries, 35 yards. Edwards, 1 of 5 through the air, 1 interception, 8 yards. Jolly on that reception.
So the Buckeyes break huddle. Buckeyes will go out of the T formation from their own 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Hand off to Jolly coming to this side, and he's tripped up at the 34. He'll gain about 2.
Tell you, Ross Dodd on the tackle, and Dodd had a couple good tackles there in that second quarter to slow that Buckeye offense down a little bit. And
so the Buckeyes second down and 8 now from their own 34-yard line. We're tied at 14 as we begin the second half of play. Nelsonville York will go out of the I formation. Lewis at fullback, Jolly at tailback. Edwards takes a snap. He'll pitch it out to Jolly coming to this side. Jolly with the stiff arm, cuts it up. David Jolly still going, crosses the 45 and takes it out to midfield and into Belpre territory right around the 49.
And about a 17-yard gain for Jolly, and right now, just like the first half, the Eagles are creeping the linebackers right up onto the line of scrimmage, and this outside is open. And tell you, I wouldn't be surprised if you see the Buckeyes possibly go maybe a little bit towards that option or more of the pitch.
Buckeyes 1st and 10 at the Belpre 49. out of the I formation. The receiver split out on each side. Handoff goes to Bear Lewis. Bear Lewis breaking tackles and finally taken down at the 42 of Belpre, a gain of about 7.
Tell you, Dodd again on the tackle for the Eagles, and if he don't bring him down, I tell you, Bear, he would probably pick up about another 15 yards.
Of course, the Buckeyes wanting that outright TVC championship. They still have Alexander next week, and of course, Buckeyes need a victory here tonight.
Tell you, and the Alexander Spartans, I tell you, they're playing the Wellston Rockets really tough right now. They're definitely an improving ball club.
Out of the eye, pitch out to Jolly on the right side. Gets a block from Bear Lewis. David Jolly takes it to the 35, down to the 32 before he's finally taken down. Gain of 11.
Yeah, and that's an 8, brought down, I believe, by 53. It's hard to see the numbers across the field. I believe it is 53 for Belpre.
Buckeyes 1st and 10 at the Belpre 32. Just resting inside to 33, the ball is. Buckeyes out of the power I. Jay Edwards at quarterback, takes a snap, hands it off to Jolly, has some running room. Nice hold to the Buckeye offensive line, and Jolly will take it to the 27. He gains close to 6.
And that's Randolph on the tackle. And right now that Buckeye line is definitely coming off the ball real well, staying with those blocks. And tell you, this drive alone, I think we've been averaging right around 6-7 yards a carry.
Buckeyes 2nd down and 4 at the Belpre 27. Jay Edwards at quarterback, takes a snap, hands it off to Bear Lewis, gets to the outside and is taken down right around the 21-yard line. He'll gain 6. It'll be a Buckeye 1st down.
Josh Harvey on that tackle, and I tell you, he got up. He don't feel. You can tell he don't feel very well. Bear just put his shoulders down, and
Buckeyes 1st and 10 at the Belpre 21, going out of the I formation. Lewis at fullback, Jolly at tailback, Edwards over center at quarterback, takes a snap, hands it off to Jolly. This side, David Jolly takes it down to the 12-yard line as he picks up 9.
And Wadaker and Randolph again on the tackle. Right now the Buckeyes are doing a little bit, what they're doing is getting that fake into Bear Lewis, trying to draw those linebackers inside and then trying to hit David Jolly on the backside.
They spot him at the 13, so it was a gain of 8. 2nd down and 2 for the Buckeyes. Hartman and Hodgson splits out wide to the right. Edwards at quarterback, hands it off to Bear Lewis on the left side. Bear Lewis takes it down to the 5, where the Buckeyes will have a 1st and goal situation.
Hey, once again, Ashton Packard on the tackle.
And obviously, a lot of people say that the most important series is that first drive of the 3rd quarter. And right now, the Buckeyes taking care of business. It's 1st and goal at the Belpre 5. We're tied at 14. Handoff goes to David Jolly, but he's hit in the backfield and dropped for a yard loss back to the 6.
Randolph hit him immediately as soon as he got the ball. And
Jolly getting up slow. 7:45 to play in the 3rd quarter. We're tied at 14. Buckeyes 2nd and goal from the Belpre 6. Gene Hartman comes in with the Nelsonville York play.
Hey, right now, this is just perfect time for Adam Wagner. Just a nice quick dump pass because there is no one in the end zone.
Pitch out goes to Jolly on the right side. Jolly still going. He's in for the touchdown. Nice blocking by the Buckeyes. I'm not sure if David Jolly was ever touched. Of course, he's got a lot of quickness to get away from defenders also.
Yeah, had a nice double team out there. Then Bear Lewis took the corner out, and a just nice cut that time by David Jolly.
So the Buckeyes take a 6-point lead, and Jay Edwards will attempt the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is no good, off to the right. 7:19 to play in the third quarter. Buckeyes 20, Eagles 14. Josh Sizemore and Dustin Adams back deep to receive the kick for Belpre. Bear Lewis will kick it away. Of course, the Eagles have had a kickoff return for a touchdown in the first half. Bear Lewis with the kick, a low liner up the field. Ball still loose, picked up right around the 20-yard line by the Eagles. And he'll take it out to about the 37-yard line where the Eagles, but there is a flag down across the way.
Yeah, it did look like I seen a push in the back this time on the Eagles, and on that tackle was looked like Richards and Josh Hodson.
And that's the call on Belpre. Brad Richards with the tackle for Nelsonville York, and ball spotted back at the Belpre 19-yard line after the penalty. The Eagles first down and 10 from their own 19. The Eagles didn't have much yards up until that last drive of the first half, and the Eagles drove it pretty well on that final drive, but of course had the field goal blocked. And flags come in. We may have motion on the Eagles.
Yeah, it looked like the backside tight end moved before the snap. And going back to your first comment, right with about 3 minutes to go in the first half, the Eagles had under 20 yards of total offense. They did finish the quarter with Alex Early with 7 carries, 18 yards. Mike Whitaker, 4 carries for 9 yards. And then we had Dustin Adams with 3 big receptions there on that final drive for 40 yards.
So Belpre now first and 15 back on their own 14-yard line after the penalty. Dustin Adams over center at quarterback, takes a snap, throws a quick one out to this side, and it is caught by Harvey. The Buckeyes in pursuit, and it's going to be a loss of about 3 yards.
Yeah, you could see about 5 Buckeyes on the move at times. Soon as Adams turned to throw the quick out pass to Harvey, and I tell you, he's hurt again. I tell you, he's took a shot sometime in this game and has just not recovered from it.
Hopefully Josh Harvey will be okay, but looks like he's holding his left arm. Again, hopefully he'll be okay and be able to return for the Eagles. And they said that was a 2-yard loss back, or a 1-yard loss back to the 13 after the forward progress. So it's 2nd and 16 now for the Eagles. Belpre with several wide receivers split out to this side. Dustin Adams over center. He's going to roll to this side. Now look to throw back. Buckeyes in position, and it falls incomplete. Nice coverage by Nelsonville York.
I tell you, the Buckeyes read that backside screen perfect, and I tell you, it was intended for Sizemore. Josh Hodson was just waiting on that. Then Norway came up and to put the hit on. I tell you, you could see Hodson. He thought he had touchdown the whole time.
I think that might have been Steve Young.
Was it Steve Young?
On the far side with
yeah, you are right. It is Steve Young. One's 63, the other one's 23. And I tell you, from up here, sometimes it's hard to see those first digits.
So the incomplete pass brings up 3rd and 16 now for Belpre, back on their own 13.
And that's a penalty right there on the
illegal
Eagles.
Substitution as a man runs off the field as they come to the line of scrimmage. Illegal substitution on Belpre. And that'll make it 3rd down and 21 to go, back at the 8.
Illegal substitution against the Belpre Eagles.
They actually spotted at the 9-yard line, where it's 3rd down and about 20. Dustin Adams out of the shotgun. Belpre needs to get to their own 29 for a first down. Adams looking to throw, and it falls incomplete. The receiver went long. Adams threw short.
Yeah, it looked like Adams was expecting an out route, and I believe number 32, I believe, was the intended receiver. That's Walker, and he was running a fly pattern. I'll tell you, Smeltzer almost made an interception on that. Nice job by Smeltzer.
So the Buckeyes look to get good field position as Belpre will punt from their own 9-yard line on 4th and 20. Jay Edwards back deep to receive the punt for Nelsonville York, standing at the Belpre 46. Low snap. Buckeyes nearly get a block. And the ball will be down right at the midfield. And I believe that was Steve Young that nearly got a block. Of course, he had 2 blocks last week at Wellston on the punt. Buckeyes with good field position at the Belpre 49. Nelsonville York leading 20-14, 6:13 to play in the third quarter.
Hey, that was a big defensive a hold there for the Buckeyes, and definitely needed. Our offense has really moved well all night. We've just had a couple mistakes on special teams. I tell you, if we could put one in here, I tell you that would really start to make these Buckeye fans feel a little bit better.
Jay Edwards at quarterback for the Buckeyes. Takes a snap. He's rolling this side. He's going to run with it. Crosses the 45 and takes it down close to the 40. They spot it out at the 41, and gain of about 9 for Jay Edwards.
Yeah, Josh Hodson and Adam Wagner would just push this defensive end about 8 yards down the field. Wadaker again on the tackle for the Eagles, and Wadaker up to 7 tackles on the night tonight.
Again, Wadaker just a sophomore for the Eagles. Buckeyes will go out of the shotgun on 2nd down and 1. Edwards back to pass. It's a quarterback draw. And Edwards still going. And he steps out at about the 33-yard line.
Hey, David Jolly did a good job. He had an attempt to push in the back, and he went to make that defender just beat him to the hole. And I tell you, he turned to make that block. He held up, and I tell you, Jay made a nice cut to pick up that 1st down.
They spotted at the 34-yard line of Belpre. Buckeyes with a 1st down and 10. 5:28 to play in the third quarter. Nelsonville York 20, Belpre 14. Bear Lewis, David Jolly in the Buckeye backfield. Edwards takes the snap, hands it off to Bear Lewis on the right side, and the hole quickly closed. Bear will get it to the 31. He'll pick up 3.
Justin Weiner on that tackle from the defensive tackle position, and tell you, like you said, you could see that hole open up, then all of a sudden Weiner just closed it down and made a nice tackle on Lewis.
Buckeyes 2nd and 7. Just inside the Belpre 32-yard line. 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Buckeyes out of the I formation. Pitch out coming to this side to David Jolly, cuts it up. David Jolly still going. Good hard running by David Jolly down to the 20, picks up about 12.
Hey, Wadaker on the first hit for the Eagles, and once again, you look at that front line of the Eagles, and I tell you, the Buckeyes got to do what they're doing. They got to run the ball outside, run it off tackle, because the Eagles are putting everybody they got inside the tackles. And I know we've said all night that's what they're doing, but I tell you, eventually that's going to open up, and that's what's happening right now.
And now we have an official timeout as Belpre will call a timeout. 4:37 to play in the third quarter. Buckeyes leading the Eagles 20-14. Buckeyes 1st down and 10 at the Belpre 20-yard line. Edwards takes the snap, hands it off to Bear Lewis on his side, trying to break away but unable to do so. He'll get it to the 19 on a gain of 1.
Tell you what, look like for the Eagles, look like Wadaker and Packard again in on the tackle at time, and tell you, a little misdirection again in that backfield. And tell you, it's one of the first times that that play hasn't picked up at least 3-4 yards.
Buckeyes will go out of the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 9 for the Buckeyes at the 19. Edwards rolling to the right side, and he's going to run with it, but he's going to slip and go down right around the 18, a pickup of 1.
It was a nice job that time by the defensive end on that left side of the ball for the Eagles. He stretched that out. I don't know if that was Alex Early or Dustin Adams, and tell you, just a nice job forcing Jay back inside.
Joey Smeltzer jogs in with the Buckeye play on 3rd down, and they actually spot it back at the 20. They must have said his knee was down, and it's 3rd down and 10. Jay Edwards over center at quarterback. Of course, the Buckeyes in 4-down territory. Edwards will keep it himself around this side after the fake handoff. And he'll get it down just inside the 15. And the Buckeyes will have a 4th down and 5.
And Packard on the tackle that time. And tell you, that play right there is just Jay trying to outrun the defensive back. And tell you, he did a good job. I think we're going to be about 4 yards short of that 1st down.
Buckeyes need to get to the 10-yard line for a 1st down. The ball resting just inside the Belpre 15. And it's 4th down. Buckeyes leading 20-14, 2:48 to play in the 3rd quarter. Big 4th down play in this game. Buckeyes out of the I formation. It's going to be a pitch to David Jolly. He cuts it up, now cuts it back out. Jolly dives, and it looks like he's got the 1st down.
Tell you, the pitch right now is really working well. We've got a nice double team out there, and Bear Lewis is
1st down Buckeyes.
Yeah, Bear's really leading well and getting that first contact, and it's just helping David pick his hole a little bit quicker. Tell you, that's 6 first downs just in the 3rd quarter for the Buckeyes.
1st and goal for Nelsonville York, just inside the Belpre 10. 2:22 to play in the 3rd quarter. Buckeyes out of the power I. Handoff will go to Bear Lewis. Lewis with hard running, and he'll get it down close to the 5-yard line, just outside it at the 6. 4-yard gain.
And he's met in that hole by Wadaker, and I tell you, Wadaker's just put on a great show tonight for the Eagles at that linebacker spot. He's up to 9 tackles on the night, and I tell you, that's an awesome job for a sophomore playing varsity football.
Gene Hartman now coming in with the Nelsonville York play. Buckeye 2nd and goal from the Belpre 6. 1:47 to play in the 3rd quarter. Buckeyes leading by 6, trying to go up by 2 touchdowns. Out of the T formation, the Buckeyes. Handoff, and it's in for the touchdown on the right side. I believe it was Josh Hodgson.
Yeah, he followed David Jolly right in the end zone. It was just a nice run by Hodgson. I tell you, nice job just following Travis Saylor and Adam Wagner on that right side of the line.
And the Buckeyes will go for 2, I believe. 26-14. 1:31 to play in the 3rd quarter.
Tell you, Hodgson don't have a lot of yardage on tonight, but I tell you, he's only carried the ball 3 times, but he's got 2 touchdowns.
And the Buckeyes will go for the 2-point conversion. Going out of the power I. Quick pass over the middle, and it's going to fall incomplete. It looked like somebody got a hand on it for Belpre. But the Buckeyes jump out in front, 26-14 with 1:31 to play in the 3rd quarter. Josh Sizemore and Dustin Adams back deep to receive the kickoff. Bear Lewis ready to kick it away. Bear Lewis with a low liner on the right side. And it's picked up by Sizemore, crosses the 20, coming to this side. Buckeyes in pursuit, and Sizemore will go down at the 27.
Tell you, Cody McLean on that tackle that time for the Buckeyes, and tell you, nice coverage that time. They had Sizemore squeezed in, nowhere to go.
Cody McLean for the Buckeyes.
1:24 to play in the 3rd quarter. This game is tied at 14 at halftime, but the Buckeyes have scored twice here in the 3rd quarter to take a 26-14 lead. Adam Wagner coming in for Bear Lewis. Looks like he might have a little blood on the right forearm. Trainer taking care of it on the Buckeye sideline. Belpre out of the power I. Dustin Adams hands it off to Alex Early, and Early will take it across the 30 to the 31 on a gain of 4.
That's a nice hard run in there by Early, and Bear coming back on the field, and looks like he's hit in there by Gene Hartman and Jay Edwards on that tackle.
Jarek Dexter jogs in to the Buckeye defense. 2nd down and 6 for the Eagles. Belpre out of the power I. Dustin Adams at quarterback. Early in motion to this side. Hand off on the left side. And the running back is, I believe, Whitaker, and he's going to take it out for a gain of about 8.
And looked like Adam Barber, one of the players in on that tackle. And I tell you, yeah, Whitaker, he drug a couple Buckeyes for that first down.
We're going to hear that name a lot over the next couple years. He's just a sophomore.
21, Patrick Norway for the Buckeyes.
First down and 10, Belpre on their own 38-yard line. 35 seconds to play in the third quarter. The clock is running. Belpre out of the power eye. Adams hands it off to Alex Early, and he's hit hard right at the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you, Norway came in there once he was stood up and just put another big-time hit on Early, just like he did in that second quarter.
I was talking about Whitaker, a super sophomore for Belpre. Of course, Patrick Norway, a sophomore for the Buckeyes.
And they do it in a little bit of different way. Whitaker, a big kid that's sitting in there at 6 foot, 205 pounds. I'll tell you, Norway, probably 135 pounds, but they both just come to play the game, and you could tell on the football field.
And that's the end of the third quarter here at Boston Field. It's been a good one for Nelsonville York, the third period. At the end of 3, the Buckeyes lead the Eagles 26-14. Nelsonville York cheerleaders are Rachel Kilbarger, Allie Standall, Kaylee Boston, Emily Brown, Tiffany Kiefer, Ariel Mulford, Allie Reese, Raven Kyle, Bethany McCullough, Ashley Newman, Brittany Six, Amanda Smathers, and Kendra Smathers. Ready for the final 12 minutes of action here at Boston Field. Hard to believe that another season is going by so quick. The last home game for the Buckeyes. Second down and about 8 for Belpre on their own 40. Adams back to pass, throws towards Harvey, and he pulls it in at the Buckeye 42.
They had nice throw by Dustin Adams to Harvey at time. He's on David Jolly on coverage, and just a perfect pass that time by Adams.
18-yard pickup and a first down for the Eagles. Belpre not going away. Eagles first and 10 at the Buckeye 42. Out of the power eye. Hand off this side to Whitaker, and this time the Buckeyes have it covered for a yard loss.
Hey, Steve Young just took the ball right out of Whitaker's hand.
And it's a Buckeye football.
Looked like Whitaker got stood up by a couple of Buckeyes, and Young went in there and just took the ball as he was going down.
And last week, Belpre's only score versus Vinton County was Mike Whitaker stripping the ball away from a Vinton County running back and returning it 56 yards for a touchdown. And now the Buckeyes strip it away, and Steve Young.
Now the officials are getting together. They are going to talk about it, and then they do finally give it back to the Buckeyes.
Big play.
I saw Young go in, and he was getting swung around by Whitaker, and then he hit the ground and came up with the football.
And it seemed like Young had the ball so far away from when the running back went down that you figure that he probably did take it away. Buckeyes first and 10 out of the I formation on their own 44. Pitch out coming to Jolly to this side. Jolly with running room and knocked out of bounds at the Belpre 47.
I tell you right now, that play could probably work for 5-6 yards every single play, because the corners for the Belpre Golden Eagles are playing back 7-8 yards. By the time Bear Lewis turns the corner, I mean, he's running 4 or 5 yards before he even has to make a hit.
8-yard gain for the Buckeyes at 2nd and 2. Actually a 9-yard gain at 2nd and 1 at the Belpre 47. Buckeyes will go out of the power I formation. Hodgson, Lewis, and Jolly in the backfield. Jay Edwards over center at quarterback. Handoff goes to Hodgson on the left side, trying to break away. Nice job. He is going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage, but he gets away and picks up the Buckeye first down.
I'll tell you, he almost kept his balance. They just ran a little trap to the backside that time, and he lost his foot and got hit. But he does pick up enough for that first down.
Ball at the Belpre 45.
Yeah, he's tackled in there by Alex Early, and
A 11:30 to play in the fourth quarter. Buckeyes in the I formation on 1st and 10 at the Eagle 45. Hand off to Bear Lewis up the middle, and he'll dive down close to the 42. Actually, the 43 is where they'll spot it, a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, Ross Dodd at that nose guard position was able to trip Bear up. Actually, Bear tried to jump over top of him. Dodd made a nice play and was able to bring Bear down for just about a 2-yard gain.
2nd down and 8 for the Buckeyes at the Belpre 43. Buckeyes out of the power I. Clock running under 11 minutes to play. 26-14, Nelsonville York. Edwards keeps it himself after the fake handoff. Edwards will take it down to the Belpre 35. Close to a Buckeye first down. It looks like he'll be just about a half-yard shy of it. We have to wait for the spot.
Tell you, and Randolph on the tackle, and right there's another.
He may have the first down. No, they spot it back outside the 35-yard line of Belpre, and that'll be just shy of a first down. 3rd down for the Buckeyes. 3rd down about a half yard. Nelsonville York out of the power I. Edwards hands it off to Jolly. He's got the first down and more as he takes it to the 32-yard line, and what a block with the Buckeyes. Travis Saylor on Alex Early.
Yeah, and I tell you, Wadaker again coming off the bottom of that pile. Like you said, I tell you, this second half, this front line of the Buckeyes has just played a heck of a football game.
Buckeyes 1st and 10 at the Eagle 32-yard line. 10 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Buckeyes in the power I. Hand off to David Jolly on the left side, trying to cut it up, and he'll dive down close to the 25, a gain of about 7.
They had Jolly up to an unofficial 128 yards tonight.
Buckeyes 2nd down and 3 at the 25-yard line of Belpre. 9.5 minutes to play. Jay Edwards at quarterback. Takes a snap, pitches it out to Bear Lewis on this side. Bear Lewis inside the 20. Bear Lewis hard running, knocked out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Tell you, Brad Lolan tried to come up and take Bear down with one hand, and you're not going to take Bear Lewis down like that.
First down, Nelsonville York. And they'll spot it right around the 12-yard line of the Eagles. Buckeyes out of the power I formation. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Edwards keeps it himself around the right side, and Edwards knocked out of bounds inside the 10. Looked to be right around the 8.
Adams and looked like number 2, Alex Early, on that tackle that time on Edwards. And
they spot it at the 8-yard line. Buckeyes 2nd down and about 7. Nelsonville York will go out of the I with Bear Lewis at fullback, David Jolly at tailback, Jay Edwards at quarterback. Pitch out to Jolly, and he's going to slip and go down as an Eagle was in pursuit.
And that was Ross Dodd, which was right there trying to force Jolly in. Like you said, Jolly just slipped trying to make that cut.
Taken down right around the 10-yard line, where the Buckeyes will have a 3rd down and 9. Again, the Buckeyes can pick up a first down inside the 2. Ball spotted just outside the 10-yard line. 3rd down and about 9. Buckeyes will go out of the I formation. Edwards rolls to the right, nearly falls down, and now he will. Buckeyes wanting a late hit as Edwards was down, and a Golden Eagle jumped on top.
Looked like Jay just couldn't keep his feet underneath him that time. It looked like it was going to be a rollout for him to possibly throw the ball either to Adam Wagner or Josh Hodson.
So the Buckeyes now 4th down back at the Belpre 18. It's 4th down and about 16 yards to go. Jay Edwards out of the shotgun. 2 wide receivers split out on each side. Man in motion for the Buckeyes. It's Jolly. And a flag comes in. Whistles blow the play dead. A legal procedure on the Buckeyes.
That's first penalty tonight in the second half for the Buckeyes. That's the second penalty overall for the Buckeyes.
7:39 to play in the 4th quarter. 26-14 is the Nelsonville York lead. So now the Buckeyes back on the Belpre 23, where it's 4th down. The Buckeyes need to get just inside the 2-yard line of the Eagles for a first down. Jay Edwards out of the shotgun. David Jolly in motion once again. Edwards back to pass. He's got time, but now rolling to the left. Edwards will now throw towards Wagner, and he pulls it in, but let's see if it's enough.
It's going to be about a one yard short of that first down. Tell you, he hit and looked right at the yard marker, then rolled back, and it looks like he will end up about a yard short. What a catch though by Adam Wagner.
So the Eagles will take over, but it's deep in their own territory, right around the 2.5-yard line. 7:16 to play in the game, and Nelsonville York leading by 12. And we have a timeout called by Belpre, their second called timeout here in the second half. 7:16 to play in the 4th quarter. 26-14 Buckeyes. Belpre will have it back on their own 2-yard line, first down and 10. And let's see if we got offsides on the Buckeyes.
Hey, it looked like the Eagles moved a little bit, but did draw one of the Buckeyes offsides too. And
the Buckeyes are saying it's on Belpre. And it is a legal procedure. Of course, that'll only be a 1-yard penalty. Belpre back on the 2.
Yeah.
But it's better than a 5-yard offsides on the Buckeyes. So the ball spotted at the Belpre 1-yard line, where they have first down and 11. Again, 7:16 to play in the 4th quarter. The Buckeyes leading by 12. The Eagles out of the I formation. Dustin Adams at quarterback. He keeps it himself, and he'll be taken down right around the 3-yard line. He'll pick up 2 yards.
That's Adam Barber on the tackle for the Buckeyes. And tell you, Adam got there really quick that time. Adams just trying to get some room out of that end zone, and I tell you, he only picked up about a yard and a half.
So it's 2nd down and about 9 for Belpre. Back on their own 3, just inside the 3. Eagles out of the power I. Dustin Adams at quarterback. And it looked like one move for Belpre once again. It looked like it was Alex Early, the tailback. Just flinched just a little bit. So Belpre will give up the short gain they got on that last play. And now it will be 2nd down and 11. Back at the 1. 6:41 to play in the 4th quarter. Clock is running. Of course, if the Buckeyes can hold on for this victory, they've assured themselves of at least a tie for that TVC Ohio Division Championship.
Yeah, no worse than a tie going into Alex next week. And one of the goals set forth that they...
And another Belpre Eagle move, look like the right tackle.
Hey, right now, the Eagles are just falling apart. That's 3 penalties, and of course, they've all been down inside the 3-yard line, so it's not like the yardage is piling up, but it's just 3 penalties in about 4 plays.
And they say the Eagles have had trouble with that this year. A lot of penalties on the season and some turnovers.
Hey, deep in your end zone like this right now, you probably want to go on your first count, try to get that ball out, nothing tricky. And hey, right now they're just jumping.
Second down and about 12. Handoff straight up the middle, and the running back will get it out to about the 3. Picks up about 2. Will bring up 3rd and 10.
Okay, Adam Barber again on the tackle. And I tell you, Adam's put together a good night tonight. That's his 6th tackle.
I believe that was Mike Wadaker on the carry for Belpre.
Yeah, Wadaker again on the carry, and Wadaker up to about 15 yards on 7 carries tonight.
And the clock becoming an enemy of the Eagles. It's running at 5:35 to play in the game. And Belpre 3rd down and 10, back on their own 3. Dustin Adams will hand it off to Alex Early, and he'll take it out to about the 7-yard line. And the Eagles will have a 4th down and 5.
That gives them a little bit more room for the punt, but still awful dangerous snapping that ball into your end zone. And hey, on that play, Bear Lewis with another tackle.
They actually spotted at the 6, so it's 4th down and 6. Now it looks like Belpre will be in punt formation. Of course, you got to watch for the fake. There's only 4:55 to play in this game. They're down by 2 touchdowns, even though they're back deep in their own territory.
And we got a penalty on the play.
And now the officials talking things over.
I think the Buckeyes have 12 people on the field.
And now Buckeye will jog off the field. So that will make it a 4th down and about 1.5 yards to go. Belpre still in punt formation. And now we have Belpre using their final timeout of this game. 4:49 to play. I'm sure the Golden Eagles are now going to discuss whether or not to go for it on 4th down and about 1.5 yards.
You know, regardless of what they do here, they're either going to punt it and give the Buckeyes the ball probably inside the 35, 30-yard line, or if they don't pick his first down up, they're going to get it. Buckeyes will get it at around the 15. So they're only going to gain probably 15 yards from this. So you probably see the Eagles go for it now.
Now, Belpre still in punt formation. But again, the Buckeyes need to be aware of the fake, which I'm sure they are. And it is a fake by Belpre. And the Eagles get the first down.
Direct snap to Dustin Adams that time, and he goes right, picks up about 4 yards for that first down.
So Belpre has it on their own 15-yard line, 1st down and 10.
Ball carried by number 14, Dustin Adams for the Golden Eagles.
Dustin Adams very quick, elusive. He only needed 1.5 yards. He picks it up and a couple more to go with it. Dustin Adams out of the shotgun, low snap. He's trying to find the ball, and he'll finally just have to dive on it and cover it up. Be a loss on the play, back to the 8.
Hey, Zach Talbert was able to get back there and touch him and get that minus yardage tackle.
2nd and 17 now for Belpre.
Tell you, Adams with all of the tackles behind the line of scrimmage now is back to a negative 14 yards.
Clock running at 4 minutes remaining in the game. Buckeyes 26, Eagles 14. Belpre 2nd down and about 16, back on their own 9. Adams with it on the right side, looking to throw, throws it high down the field. Buckeyes in position and an interception.
Okay, what a great job David Jolly did that time. He just read Adams and followed his receiver deep into the secondary and come up with a big interception.
Buckeyes will have it at the Belpre 40 with 3:48 to play. The Buckeye band playing for the host fans here. Buckeyes 1st and 10 at the Belpre 40. Buckeyes, I'm sure, will just grind it out here, work on that clock, and the receivers split out on each side. Out of the I formation, the Buckeyes. The handoff will go to senior David Jolly. Nice hard running by Jolly. He takes it down to the 33. He'll pick up about 7.
They had Jolly up to 133 yards tonight. Looks like he's brought down in there by Dodd for the Eagles. And
second down and 3 for the Buckeyes. Clock running, 3:15 to play in the game. Buckeyes out of the power I formation. Hodgson, Lewis, and Jolly in the backfield. Edwards hands it off. No, he fakes the handoff to Jolly. He runs it. Jay Edwards will take it inside to 30, down to about the 28. He picks up 5 and a Buckeye first down.
yeah, man, I tell you, Wadaker on the tackle that time for the Eagles. And once again, that play's always set up good when you got a good, strong power game. And I tell you, the Buckeyes have been running the ball well tonight behind that big line. And I tell you, it just sets Jay up on that fake.
Buckeyes first and 10 at the Eagle 27-yard line. Clock at 2:45 to play. Buckeyes up 26-14. Quick pass, and Hodgson pulls it in, and he's taken down right around the 20-yard line, and he stays in bounds.
You know, tell you, early playing Hodgson probably about 8 yards off again, and tell you, if the Buckeyes wanted to, if the ground game wasn't so impressive tonight, you could probably throw that little spot pass all night. And they had a nice gain of a quick 7 yards that time by Jay.
2:14 to play in the fourth quarter. Buckeyes second down and about 3 after that 7-yard pickup. Buckeyes at the 20 of Belpre, out of the power I formation. Edwards takes the snap, hands it off to Bear Lewis. Bear Lewis running hard, and he'll take it down to the 15. He picks up 5 and another Buckeye first down.
Justin Weiner on the tackle.
And now we have a timeout. I believe Nelsonville York has taken a timeout. 1:55 to play in the game. The Buckeyes leading 26-14. Buckeyes first and 10. At the Belpre 15. Out of the power I, Jay Edwards takes a handoff.
Jay gives the ball to 24. That's Cody McLean playing in that tailback position that time for the Buckeyes.
Clock running, 1:35 to play. McLean picks up 2 yards at second down and 8 at the Belpre 13. Hand off to McLean on the left side, some running room. And Cody McLean will take it down about the 6-yard line. He picks up about 8.
Hey, nice job up front blocking on that line. And I tell you, Harvey had to make that tackle where McLean goes into the end zone. And tell you what, we got a second here in between plays. I just want to tell everybody it's not doing anything this weekend. Sunday, the 5th and 6th grade youth football team is playing in the league championship down at Peden Stadium against the Wellston Rockets. If you want to come down, 5 o'clock, I tell you, they've got a nice 5th and 6th grade team, 9-0, and going for another league championship.
Cody McLean takes the handoff.
Looks like there's a
ball's
fumble.
Loose. Belpre gets it with 38 seconds to play.
Looked like Randolph may have came up with that fumble recovery. That's the second fumble on the night for the Buckeyes. First one lost.
.38 seconds to play. Buckeyes up by 12. Belpre with it, back on their own 4-yard line. Again, only 38 seconds remaining. The Buckeyes in a prevent type defense. Dustin Adams back to pass, throws, little screen pass off to the right. And a tackle made right around the 19-yard line. That will be a first down for Belpre with 29 seconds to play.
Tell you, Norway on the first hit, but I tell you, Gene Hartman came up, made a big-time hit.
Belpre on their own 20-yard line, first down and 10. Dustin Adams out of the shotgun. Adams looking to throw, now being rushed. Now Adams will run with it to this side, and Adams is hit and hit hard.
I'll tell you what.
It was Gene Hartman again.
Gene Hartman's just had back-to-back hits.
Clock running under 10 seconds. Belpre will try to get off another play. Adams looking to pass. He's throwing long on the right side. It's picked off. I believe it's David Jolly again on the far side. David Jolly still going. And now he'll be tackled at the 30. The Buckeyes have won. Time has expired. The Buckeyes have assured themselves of at least a tie for the TVC Ohio Division Championship as the Buckeyes up their record to 4-0 in league play with one game remaining at Alexander next week. 26-14, the Buckeyes defeat the Belpre Golden Eagles.
Tell you some quick stats here for the Buckeyes. They were led on the ground by David Jolly with 26 carries for 138 yards and 1 touchdown. Barry Lewis, 15 carries, 72 yards with a touchdown. Josh Hodson, only 4 carries for 10 yards, but 2 big touchdowns tonight. Jay Edwards through the air, only had to throw the ball 7 times. Picked off 1 time and had 33 yards in the receptions. Leading receiver on that was Adam Wagner on that touchdown late in the second half. Buckeyes 6 first downs in the first half, 9 in the second half. 4 penalties for 20 yards. For the Eagles, they were led on the ground by Alex Early for 9 carries, 29 yards, and Mike Wadaker with 7 carries for 15 yards. Dustin Adams, 13 passes on the night for 72 yards, Harvey being the leading receiver. On the defensive side of the ball for the Eagles, they were led by Mike Wadaker with 12 tackles and Tim Randolph with 8. And for the Buckeyes on defense, they were led by Adam Barber with 5 and Gene Hartman with 4.
Buckeyes up their record to 6-3 overall, 4-0 in the Ohio Division. Belpre falls to 4-5 and 1-3 in league play. And it's time for our players of the game. First for Belpre, the defensive player of the game, sponsored by Victorian Village Apartments. Again, the defensive player of the game goes to Mike Wadaker.
Tell you, and Mike Wadaker, we talked about him all night. You're looking at a sophomore playing middle linebacker and also playing fullback. But from that linebacker position tonight, he was in on 12 tackles. Tell you, if you take him out of that equation, I think the Buckeyes probably wind up with about another 150 yards on the ground tonight. Just an outstanding job by a sophomore linebacker.
The Belpre offensive player of the game, sponsored by the Pit Stop Carryout, goes to Dustin Adams, the quarterback of the Eagles.
Adams unofficially 7 of 15, 1 interception, 78 yards. Tell you, he kept the Eagles in it the best he could tonight. And I tell you, not only did he do it on the offensive side, trying to move the ball around, he also had the big punt return,
70-yard punt return for a touchdown.
For a touchdown earlier in the game, which kept the Eagles close in that first half.
The Nelsonville York Defensive Player of the Game, sponsored by Lewis Floor Covering. The Defensive Player of the Game for the Buckeyes goes to Gene Hartman. Gene Hartman,
a senior, playing his last home game here on Boston Field, in on 4 tackles tonight. Those were lone tackles tonight. Made an outstanding solo tackle deep in their territory when Belpre looked like they had just one. He was the only one left, and I tell you, he made that big tackle and kept them from scoring late in that second half. And then they ended up Buckeyes blocking the field goal. So a nice job on the defensive side of the ball for him, and then he closed it out tonight with just 2 outstanding big-time hits here late in this fourth quarter.
And the Nelsonville York Offensive Player of the Game, sponsored by Paradise Beach Tanning, goes to senior David Jolly.
Once again, David Jolly, just another outstanding job on the ground tonight. 33 carries for 138 yards with a touchdown, and they closing out his career here at Dave Boston Field with just a big-time night on the ground.
Again, the Buckeyes with a big win over the visiting Belpre Eagles, 26-14. We were tied at half. Both of Belpre's touchdowns tonight came on special teams plays as the Eagles got a punt return for a touchdown and then a kickoff return for a touchdown, and that accounted for all of Belpre's points tonight.
And we had talked, and it's always one of them conversations when we play the Eagles that they just play us extremely tough, and tell you they had less than 20 yards of total offense until late in that first half, and they were in the game 14-14, and they didn't even have a first down at that time. So tell you, luckily the Buckeyes come out and just put on an excellent second half, and
kind of like last week, the Buckeyes, I believe, led 6-0 with Wellston at halftime. Then they come out and just controlled the line of scrimmage. I think the Buckeyes had 4 first downs at halftime, and Wellston had 2, but then the Buckeyes took over in the second half.
Yeah, Buckeyes had 4 first downs on that second half drive there against Wellston last week, and the line just picked up its play last week. I tell you, and that win carries over to this win. And as we talked earlier, this is Buckeyes cannot do any worse than a tie now for the Ohio Division crown.
Congratulations to head coach Dave Boston Jr. He's in his 3rd year with the Buckeyes, and for the 3rd time, he's got a Tri-Valley Conference Ohio Division Championship. Of course, next week the Buckeyes will try to cap it off at Alexander and win it outright.
Yeah, I know we have 1 game left, but I do want to tell the seniors congratulations on another title, and as you say, we'll go to Alex next week, and we're going to see a very improved Alex team under Coach Arno. They're making steps in the right direction, and they were playing Wellston 13-6 at halftime. So they've really picked that program up, and they'll be ready for us next week.
Of course, something we haven't talked about tonight, but the Buckeyes keeping their playoff hopes alive. Of course, they got a shot at the playoffs. They need a couple teams to lose, and it is a possibility. You got Adena in the number 6 position playing a very tough Zane Trace. I believe they're 7-1 on the season, and it looks like Zane Trace is favored to win that game. And then Chesapeake tonight playing Rock Hill, Rock Hill's 7-1, and Chesapeake ahead of the Buckeyes. So the Buckeyes, the main thing, the reason why we hadn't mentioned it yet, of course, the main thing is to win another league championship, and the Buckeyes took another big step. Of course, they have assured themselves of at least a tie for the championship, and they'll try to win it outright next week at Alexander. Once again, the Buckeyes with a big win over the Belpre Eagles here at Boston Field, 26-14. Until next time, for Jason McCumber on camera and Eric Dean, this is Jim McCumber saying, so long, everybody.